But really, our target customer is just anybody that's old enough to get tattooed, and understands that they're making a lifelong commitment, obviously, by getting tattooed. Um, and it's cool. We have a great variety of people. We have our regulars that are coming in a lot, and that's great. And then Florida's a huge tourism state.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Jack, thanks for joining us today on Business Ninjas. We're excited to learn about your business, and we really appreciate your time. Thanks again for coming on board.
Yep.
Why don't we knock out some of the basics? So tell us your role in the company, where the company's based, obviously the name of the company, and then the website where folks can find you.
So our company is Atomic Tattoos, and we are based in Florida. Our headquarters is in the Tampa Bay area. Our website's atomictattoos.com.
Great. All right. And how did the business start? What's the arc been for that? How old's the company?
So we started in 2001. I wasn't part of the company back then. It was 4 partners. They had all been in the tattoo business for a little while and kind of worked at other shops, and we kind of wanted to create a company where the artist came first. A lot of times when you're a tattoo artist and you work for somebody else, you're just there to make them a buck, and there's really there's no upward mobility. You know what I mean? You're not going to progress within that company. You either work there until you die, or you go somewhere else, or you open your own store. And not everybody wants to be or is cut out to be a business owner. So the partners decided that they wanted to create a company where there was room for artists to grow, not just as artists, but as employees of the company. One of the partners left. I came on board in 2008. I started working for the company in 2004, and what attracted me to them was there was room for advancement. So I started out just as an artist for the company, and within a few short years I was managing stores, and then I became a partner in 2008, and I opened the Orlando region. So there's 12 stores in Tampa Bay, and 4 in Orlando and 2 in Milwaukee.
Wow, that's a big footprint. And
yeah.
What were you an artist prior to joining with this company, and how long had you been doing it before you joined them?
Yeah, I started tattooing in 1992.
Wow.
And
okay.
I worked for other shop owners, and I had managed shops for people in the past. And I liked what they were doing in Florida. At the time, it was something very, very different. It was rare to find a tattoo company that had multiple locations. When I came on board, I believe they had 5 stores. So.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of growth since you've come on board. And so we understand a little bit now about the differentiation of the company from sort of the artist standpoint, and what would you say your specialization is, looking at it from the consumer standpoint?
Well, from the consumer standpoint, we have focused on branding a lot, and we have longevity. We've been around for a long time. So, I mean, we're now tattooing the children of the people we started tattooing when we first opened. The customer knows that if they come and get tattooed or pierced by us, that store is going to be there down the road, 10 years, 20 years down the road. We're not you'll see a lot of businesses open and then close, and we're in for the long haul. We're around forever,
Right. Okay. And then I guess the following question would be, what's the sort of the ideal customer that you have? Are these folks that are coming in, to get multiple pieces over the course of that engagement with you, or what's sort of the sweet spot for you?
You'll meet a lot more people with more than one tattoo than you will with just one. Repeat business is obviously a big thing for us. But really our target customer is just anybody that's, old enough to get tattooed and, understands that they're making a lifelong commitment, obviously, by getting tattooed. And it's cool. We have a great variety of people. We have our regulars that are coming in a lot, and that's great. And then, Florida's a huge tourism state, So we tattoo a lot of people while they're on vacation. In Orlando, we have the Disney and the Universal people. And in our Tampa Bay region, we have people going to the beach. Clearwater Beach is probably one of the #1 tourist beaches in America. So, those are one-off customers. We give them a great experience. And, if they come back to visit, maybe they'll come back, or they've got a friend coming to visit. Maybe they'll tell their friend, oh, hey, I got tattooed at Atomic. You should check it out,
Right. Nice. And do you notice different like trends between the locations that you have, geographically? So you've got Milwaukee and then 2 different parts of Florida. Are there like different types of art that people are gravitating to depending on the geography that they're in, or is it just across the board, everybody's doing their own thing?
Yeah, there's really not any big differences between the different markets. Not with like the type of stuff people are getting or anything. Each market is a little different with pricing and stuff like that, because cost of living is different depending on where in the country you are, But
yeah,
I mean, I've gone and tattooed in Europe, and people were getting the same thing I was doing back here and at home, So
nice, right on. And then with 3 different kind of geographic regions like that, what are you doing on the outreach front to kind of, separate yourselves out from all the other options that are out there?
Well, branding is important to us, and obviously we use social media for that. We have company, social media. Instagram's a huge one because Instagram was kind of started as a photo sharing platform, and what a better way to showcase your work than pictures of it.
Yep.
The artists themselves really promote on Instagram as well, so you get it, promotion from the company. Each store's got an Instagram page, and then everybody that works at that store, they're also posting, and the stores are tagging the artists are tagging the stores. So that helps build a buzz. That's the main thing. We've also advertised in, terrestrial radio, not really print anymore, and a lot of events. We'll sponsor events. We do tattoo conventions and things like that. With multiple locations and such a vast talent pool of artists that work for us, we're kind of coming at things from a more professional standpoint. Not that single person shops are unprofessional. It's just we're different than that.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like you've got a lot more scale and sort of resources behind it than they do.
Sure.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for giving us the overview. It's going to be great to see how 2023 goes and see what else you get up to through the rest of the year. So thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.